Hello everybody, so I figured for my first video on this channel what I would do is like sort of a brief introduction to me and my story and what I actually want to get out of this channel. I've never done anything like this. I've got an Instagram, so I will put the link down below for you if you want to follow that. But yeah, basically my name is Olivia, I'm 20 years old and I come from England. I come from Yorkshire in England, which is, I wouldn't say it's north, it's like northish. I suffer from anxiety, depression, and I'm in recovery from anorexia as well. So that's going to be sort of the main basis of my channel. It's going to be sort of a mental health based channel. So yeah, I'm going to go over like my story briefly. I've tried filming one of these before and it ended up being like 20 minutes long, so we'll try not to make it too long. I'll try and make it brief. So basically my mental health problems have been there for quite a long time. I started with anxiety when I was about 10 or 11 and I was referred to CAMHS when I was in the last year of primary school for it. It was affecting my life quite badly at the time because I couldn't leave the house, I couldn't go to school, I couldn't do anything, I couldn't see friends. You know, it massively affected me, and I was with CAMHS until I was 13, so quite a long time, but they did make a massive difference to me and things did start to improve slowly. In that time though, I started secondary school obviously when I was 11, and because I wasn't the most outgoing and confident person, I really struggled to sort of fit in and make friends. I really found it really difficult, and I was bullied quite badly by a few girls because obviously I was quite awkward, I was quite odd because I had no confidence, I was shy, I really struggled, and it made my first few years at secondary school really difficult, and it really affected my self-esteem. At that point as well I did start self-harming, which it's crazy really when you see it, like an 11-year-old girl starting to do something so bad like that, but you know, that was the only way that I felt like I could let my emotions out because it was just a really tough time for me. But then when I got to about 13, things started to get better. You know, I started to feel more confident. I started to feel like I fit in a bit better. I was making friends, and that went on till I was probably about 17. You know, I was quite content. I did well in my exams. I saw friends. Just, you know, I was happy at that point. When I was 17 still, yeah, after my GCSEs I started sixth form, and the friends that I was with before, like in year 11, they left to go to college. They didn't stay on at sixth form, so for me it kind of felt like I had to start afresh again. I had to fit in with a new group of friends. I was finding A-levels really hard because I'm not naturally bright. And I was in a job as well. I started a waitressing job, which I found really hard. Like, the staff were just horrible. It was high pressure. It was just, I hated it. It proper messed me up. So I think the combination of everything made for my anxiety to come back quite bad, meaning that I ended up isolating myself again. You know, I was invited to go out to parties, I was invited on nights out, and I just couldn't go. Like, I just couldn't do it, and it led to me isolating myself from my group of friends. And in the end they just stopped inviting me, which it affected my mood quite badly. Like, I felt that was quite a low point in my life, I think. And at that point, that was when I started to control what I was eating. You know, I hated my body, I hated the way I looked, and I thought, you know, when everything else in my life was spiralling out of control, it felt like food was the only thing I could control. You know, people around me were dieting and stuff, and it it started off quite innocent. It started off as sort of healthy eating and dieting, but then the restriction got worse. I started cutting out certain food groups, and you know, I was losing weight at this point, and people started to get worried. When I was 18, you know, I think that was when I realised that things were okay. You know, I'd lost quite a lot of weight. I had struggled around food badly, and that was at the point when I was like, I think I do need to get help. But when I went to my GP to try and get help, they basically turned me away because I was not underweight at this point. I was like lower end healthy weight, but because I wasn't underweight, they basically just said, you know, you're fine, there's no cause for concern. Which, you know, people who are watching this who have an eating disorder know that that's the worst thing someone can say to you, and things spiralled quite badly. Spiralled until about September 2016. That was when I'd left school, done my A-levels, and I saw it as kind of a bit of a fresh start. I went straight into full-time work because I didn't want to go to university at this point, and you know, I really liked the people that I met there. I liked, you know, at that point I felt quite happy and my eating got a little bit better. But then, because it's in a call centre I work for, so it's quite a high pressure environment, and you know, my anxiety got horrendous. My mood just completely dropped, and I know that was the darkest time. Like, I just didn't see a way out, and my mum was really, really worried about what I was going to do because, you know, I was self-harming. I wasn't good. And that was when I went to the GP. I saw a different GP, and she put me on fluoxetine, so I was put on antidepressants, which they made a massive difference. Like, I felt like I was settling into my role at work. I was a lot happier. I was a lot less anxious. So in that sense, things got better, but my eating got worse. It was just getting worse and worse and worse. And then January 2017, basically, like, my mum came into my appointment with me at the GP's, and she was just like, you know, something's not right, something needs to be done. But at this point, I think I was in denial about how bad things had got, and she weighed me and she was like, you know, we need to refer you, because I hadn't realised how much it had dropped. I hadn't realised how out of control it had got. And yeah, that was when I was referred to Eating Disorder Services, and I started outpatient appointments with them in April 17, and I was with them for a year. I mean, I was discharged 2 weeks ago. I was discharged 16th of May, I think it was. No, I don't know. Some point 2 weeks ago, whatever that was, which, you know, I don't think I was ready to be discharged, because, you know, I'm pulling myself out of quite a downward spiral at the moment. But yeah, that's basically my story in a nutshell, to put it briefly. So yeah, I'm hoping this channel helps. I'm hoping this channel helps both me and other people. I'm going to be filming like what I eat in a day videos to keep me on track, and to hopefully help other people who are earlier on in their journey. I'm going to do sit down talking videos like this if people want them, on whatever topic. If you've got a topic you want me to discuss, then do feel free to comment below and I will try and do that. But I do want people to remember as well that I am in recovery. I am not recovered. I'm in quite a bit of a struggle at the minute, but I think me helping other people will really help me help myself. So that's why I'm trying to do this. I'm going to give vlogging a go as well, I think. I'm not sure how that's going to turn out, but I think I'm going to give it a go and look at the footage, and then we'll decide on that. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please subscribe if you're new, and I'm going to try post as much as I can, but I do work full time, so things, you know, I am quite busy, but I'm gonna try my best because I think it will be helpful for me and other people. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.